Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Maria Velankani, the Senior Manager of Consulting Services working with Onward Path. So I welcome you to today's webinar on customer engagement in the ever-evolving landscape of the financial service industry. In this session, we will explore the key strategies and the best practices that can empower you to build lasting relationships with your customers. Before we dive into the exciting content, let me take a moment to introduce our organization, Onward Path. As a leader in the system integration for financial service sector, we have been dedicated to delivering exceptional experience and innovation solutions to our clients from past 12 years. We are an Adobe Brown's partner specialized in digital experience platform, content management, and web application development. We have a consulting and a staffing practice with offices in Green Bay, Wisconsin, USA, and Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. Our organization is passionate with helping business thrive by fostering meaningful connections with their customers. And we are thrilled to share our expertise with you today. Now, let us meet our speakers. They bring a wealth of knowledge and experience in the financial service industry. Our first speaker, Pandyan Ramar, is an expert in customer engagement with 25 years of experience in information technology. Pandyan has successfully implemented customer-centered strategies and solutions. Pandyan lives in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and when he is not working or spending time with his family, he enjoys playing golf. Joining with us, our second speaker is Mr. Sridhar Chandrasekharan, a seasoned senior developer with extensive experience in digital experience platform and content management. Sridhar has led digital experience solutions for financial service clients. And Sridhar lives in Chennai, and he enjoys watching movies and playing cricket. So the presentation you're going to see today includes data from 2023 digital trends, FSI in focus, reports by Adobe and e-consultancy. With that, I now handing over to Pandyan for his presentation. Over to you, Pandyan. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Good morning, good afternoon, evening, esteemed FSI leaders and fellow enthusiasts of customer engagement. Before we dive into the exciting world of enhancing customer connections, let's kick things off with a touch of humor. They say that customer engagement is like dating. You have to make a great first impression, listen attentively, and show genuine interest. Well, in the financial services industry, it's a bit like speed dating, but instead of searching for a romantic partner, you're searching for loyal customers who swipe right on your brand. So let's strive to be the Tinder of customer engagement, capturing hearts and building long-lasting relationships. And remember, just like in dating, honesty, transparency, and a little bit of charm can go a long way in winning over these elusive customers. Now that we've warmed up with a smile, let's dive into the fascinating world of customer engagement. There are a lot of changes happening in the financial services industry, just like any other industry. Historically, FSIs were viewed as facilitator, managing transactions, enabler, providing loans and mortgages and other services, and as an advisor, helping navigate the complex world of investments, pensions, trusts, and more. But today, an FSI is viewed as a partner in financial health, a partner who will help you take proactive steps to manage changes in personal circumstances and broader lifestyle changes and pressures. Forrester reported that today FSI consumers want more. Their report says that 50% consumers wish their bank was more proactive about giving them advice. And even more wanted their FSI to alert them to issues that might impact their financial health. Some players are really moving the needle, actually, even going beyond purely financial advice into broader physical, mental, and even climate health areas. The green debit card TREAD, which provides a running tally of how much carbon dioxide this week's grocery purchases have generated, is just one example. Even Old Mutual, one of the world's oldest insurance company, uses no-code software as a service, CoverGo, to launch products quickly across its African markets. And the company's managing director, Vuyo Paco, told FinTech Financial News that investing in agile innovation is more important than ever before. Just how enmeshed FSIs are becoming in customers' lives is made clear by the emergence of lifestyle-specific companies and products. Daylight claims to be the first bank that will help Cure people live their best lives. The company features a Daylight Grow subscription plan that helps prospective Cure families with financial planning and Cure financial literacy. People in LGBTQ communities tend to struggle more financially because they are more likely to become estranged from their families or have higher living expenses. The neobank's offering also includes personalized cards that feature the customer's chosen name rather than the one on their ID. The Daylight experience remains an outliner in that most FSIs do not seek to understand the nuances of their customers' lives quite so profoundly. But innovations in other sectors have raised consumer expectations across the board. Amazon introduced the Amazon Go shopping, where they call it walkout shopping. A consumer can enter the gate, some pre-configurations are required, and then they pick up and put back items as they please in their bag or in Amazon's bag as they shop, and then they just walk out, skipping the checkout counter. And we all know how easy it is to use sign up and watch Disney Plus on smart TVs. You just have to simply download the Disney Plus app through your television's app store, log in, and you're good to go. So whether it's the checkout-less shopping experience of the Amazon Go store or streaming Disney Plus show to any smart TV, consumers demand more sophisticated omni-channel experience at every level. Digitization at scale of the wealth management sector has traditionally been viewed as a harder nut to crack by its bespoke nature and the large sums often involved. But even here we are seeing a growing appetite for bespoke yet digital. What some are terming Wealth Management 3.0 seeks this more hybrid approach. Zoe Financial launched the Zoe Wealth platform in January 2023, allowing customers to open investment accounts instantly while working alongside a financial advisor. The organization claims its affluent clients can manage their portfolio entirely through the platform, from finding and hiring vetted advisors who is one click away to managing their investments. Many FSIs, however, are still struggling. Half of marketers and professionals in the sector admit that their digital customer experience lags behind their customers' needs compared to 42% across all industries. That's a huge lag in the financial services industry compared to other industries. And moreover, the number of FSIs that admit that their digital customer experience lags has nearly doubled since 2022, rather than shrinking over time. While the significant rise in customer experience dissatisfaction may be due to several factors, including growing market pressures and increasing customer expectations, the digital financial services sector has faced some challenges recently. For example, there have been a number of well-publicized service outages. When using digital-only service can prove very inconvenient. There's also a question of cybersecurity and fraud, which digital services are still particularly vulnerable. And we also know the recent turmoil caused by banks such as SVB, and I believe that it is the crisis management that could have altered the course of the outcome of that incident. If only the CEO or the PR executives of the firm had rightly communicated their investment plans and assured the customer, the outcome could have been different. Now, there is still much work to do to meet customers' digital expectations. CX professionals almost unanimously agree that there is a need to deliver consistent, personalized content to more channels. 94% agreed. And in other words, they must meet the customer wherever they are. In practice, this means acknowledging that however innovative and digital first some solutions might be, not all customers will want to use them. Indeed, our survey found that 42% disagree that customers want to self-serve wholly without human interaction. How FSIs develop, target, and integrate physical experiences for their customers continue to pose a challenge. Capital One has developed Capital One cafes because there is a need for brick and mortar bank locations and that coffee culture is on the rise. Described as first and foremost a coffee shop, Capital One cafes also have some banking facilities, including ATMs and Capital One staff. The bank's Money and Life programs offer financial planning advice, workspaces for remote working, and private community rooms that can be booked for free. Similar initiatives are springing up, with Virgin Money also offering a banking lounge type experience in the UK. This initiative is clearly aimed at younger demographic. Capital One introduced the concept by highlighting the most millennials and Gen Zers have grown tired and skeptical of the traditional banking experience. It should also be noted, however, that these services should be defined by customer needs, not the assumption that young equals digital and old means traditional. The data personalization disconnect. No other industry enjoys such a deep and lifelong relationship and has the potential to garner so many different insights as finance, which is why consumers expect more from it. And yet the industry is struggling to action the data it has. If it can master data, the financial services sector could be on the cusp of yet another transformation. And what stops them is the very thing that makes them unique. Too much data, oceans and oceans of data. While volumes of quality data are invaluable for things like training artificial intelligence, it can be costly to acquire, store, and manage. And while transactional data in FSIs must be highly accurate by nature, the same cannot be said of other data. FSIs are questioning how much of the vast pool of information they hold can be used to develop relevant products and communications at the highly personalized level that the consumers are demanding. And a major obstacle to data collection and quality recently has been the iOS 14 tracking update that allowed Apple users to opt out of app tracking. So it has undoubtedly dealt a blow to marketers targeting customers based on their in-app activity. The impending deprecation of cookies will also impact all companies, not just FSI's ability to track and target customers. And the lack of automation and the inability to derive process efficiencies from different solutions working together can unlock organizations into a vicious cycle. One solution to the data quality or quantity challenge would be to both generate effective campaigns that deliver quality insights and automate as many processes as possible. Doing so would have the dual benefit of freeing up your staff to do higher value work and reducing human error caused by data entry. Sadly, both remain significant challenges into 2023 for FSI marketing and CX executives. With gaps or erroneous data holding the business back, it's no surprise that getting a consistent view of the customer across the entire journey remains difficult. So if FSI struggle to gain a single view of customer or understand their marketing effectiveness across channels, it follows that their ability to personalize must also be compromised. Now, data is always right. That's what we all believe. But how about the interpretation? I have a joke to share here, which I think is very relevant and will drive a point here. There was this doctor who was tasked to do service in a remote location, and he was positioned in that location for a few years. So this doctor believes in science naturally because of his education and background, but the population, the local population there, did not believe much in science. They believed in their ancient wisdom, and they had some very backward belief systems. So the doctor was trying to educate the people there, and while he was talking about the human anatomy, he mentioned that the human heart is on the left side of the body. And then he was immediately ridiculed. Many said that, no, you're wrong, doctor. The heart is on the right side. We always know that. This doctor just didn't have any data to prove that. And then he waited, and there was a death that happened in the community. A gentleman died, and then the doctor thought this would be a good opportunity for me to prove to these people that the heart is on the left side of the body. He invited these people who did not believe him, and then he brought them to the mortuary, and he cut open the body, and he showed that the heart is on the left side of the body. And the reaction was, well, that explains why he is dead. So often how the data is interpreted is very valuable than the data itself. So if you don't have a team that can interpret the data in the right sense, the data is not providing the value. And many organizations have a lot of data, but still they are facing challenges in providing customer experiences based on their consumers' expectation. And these are some of the survey results. And as you can see, 63% of respondents felt that their marketing and customer experiences is being held back due to integration between tech systems. 54% said workflow issues. 46% felt that it's a data quality issue. And lack of digital skills and capabilities, another big area. And few other areas was lack of customer insights, lack of time to be creative, lack of innovation. Only 9% said no internal barriers. Now, according to this 2023 Digital Trends Financial Services in Focus report that we are using for this presentation, 3 areas were identified as the pillars of FSI's progress, the heart of FSI's progress in 2023. The number one is innovation, adding more value to customers and the bottom line. And the number two was employee experience, building a simulating work environment. And the number three is process, creating a future-proof agile FSI. Now, when we talk about innovation, we have to understand and come in with the attitude that digital is never done. It's an ongoing process, and the focus needs to be on addressing a genuine customer need. And with employee experience, diversity and inclusion is a major topic for 2023, which enhances transformation. And also improving content and workflows is another key aspect of employee experience. And when it comes to process, integration for a single view is the biggest goal, and the positives of a unifying platform. So let's come to Adobe's view of this problem. We discussed about some of the trends, some of the challenges. What is Adobe's view on how to address these challenges? Now, Adobe's view is that content is the king. We all know this, and this is a popular terminology that has been there for more than a decade. Now, I would say content is an emperor right now. With so much content available right now, there's text content, image content, video content, audio content, and there are many tools now to generate content. So content continues to be the central focus in resolving some of these customer engagement challenges. And the number two is insight. Just the content itself is not enough. You need to have the right insight about your audience, about your prospects, about your customers, and also about your content. So Adobe's focus has been on these topics. Omnichannel, meaning your content has to be omnipresent. Headless, meaning your content should be able to be consumed by any application in your organization. And then personalized experiences, you want the ability to personalize the content and experiences to your prospects and customers. Modern app experience is a given. Everybody is expecting that they interact with interfaces that are modern. Another topic is very relevant to content is the velocity and scale. The velocity means how quickly you are able to create content and also circulate them. And also how quickly are you able to scale, especially if your organization is a large organization with a lot of authors and content contributors and curators. Scalability is an important factor. Analytics plays a key role in the insight you get on the content and also about your audience. And all of this with AI power. AI offers unique advantage right now in both insight and also creation. So all of this in a unified platform has been Adobe's vision in solving the customer engagement question. So building your digital foundation with Adobe, you have choices here. These are the foundational blocks that Adobe is offering. Number one is a content management platform, Adobe Experience Manager Sites, which offers a modern, future-proof CMS to create, manage, and deliver experiences faster. And for the data and insights, Adobe Analytics is a powerful data analytics to understand customer behavior and preferences. For personalization, we have Adobe Target, a robust targeting and experience optimization platform to personalize experiences at scale. And all of this are available in cloud native as well. Proven secure cloud architecture that is always current, scalable, and available. So best in class end-to-end solution to quickly create, measure, personalize, and deliver digital experiences at scale. So Adobe offers the digital foundation to jumpstart your personalization journey. Whichever phase you are in, whether you are in the create phase, measuring phase, personalizing phase, optimize, and scale phase. So the key performance indicators being in the create phase, you can reduce time to make content updates. And in the measure KPI, increased traffic and lower bounce rates, meaning you're able to provide engaging experiences to your customers. And in the personalization space, increased conversion and revenue. And in the optimized space, increased engagement and conversion. And in the scalability phase, reduced time to launch new experiments. So the solutions from Adobe, the foundational piece is the Adobe Experience Manager, which has 3 offerings: the sites for content management, assets for digital asset management, and forms for digital enrollment and forms. Because today, when you talk about content, you're talking about content, text content, image content, video content, and audio content, and then a rich set of digital asset management that allows you to create the rich user experience. And the digital asset management can deal with all your images, videos, and other artifacts. Forms allows you to launch digital enrollment capabilities by designing and presenting nice looking modern forms and collect data from your users. And these other products here completes the ecosystem: Adobe Target for personalization, Adobe Analytics to collect analytics data, and Adobe Audience Manager to engage with your prospects, and Adobe Campaign. So with these products, Adobe has built an ecosystem of tools that are very essential for marketers today. And Adobe has also released digital experience blueprints where you can take advantage of the various blueprints available. Digital experience blueprints are repeatable implementation that lets you address strategy and quickly solve established business problems. Each blueprint provides a series of artifacts that explain the high value business problem, architectures, implementation steps, technical considerations, and links to relevant documentation. Let's see what Forrester has to say about Adobe solutions. Now, the Forrester Wave Enterprise Marketing Suites Q3 2022 has regarded Adobe as a leader. As you can see, Adobe is closely followed by Salesforce, and then Oracle, HCL Software, SAP are all behind. And this is what Forrester said about Adobe, and you can download this report if anybody is interested. I can share the link in the chat window. So in their vendor profiles, Forrester regarded Adobe as the everything store for MarTech. And Adobe is deep into multi-year strategy and technology transformation to deliver on its vision for customer experience management. The Adobe Experience Cloud offers insights, content, and engagement capabilities, all based on the Adobe Experience Platform that centralizes data and services throughout the product line. It's a promising approach, notable for its modern architecture and broad digital engagement coverage. Reference clients appreciate Adobe's functionality for delivering cohesive customer experiences and product and third-party integration, and they support the product roadmap. Not just Forrester, Gartner also considers Adobe as a leader, and these are some reports available. The Gartner's MQ Digital Experience Platform for 2022 also positioned Adobe in the leader segment. The Forrester Wave Digital Asset Management also positioned Adobe in the leader. The Gartner MQ Personalization Engines also again positioned Adobe along with few other players in the leader segment. Also in the customer analytics. Some case studies I wanted to share with you, which I believe is very relevant. These are from the financial services sector. Prudential Financial transformed its end-to-end content creation process, and the solutions involved were Adobe Experience Manager Assets, Adobe Express, Adobe Workfront, and Creative Cloud for Enterprises. And Bridget Esposito, who is the VP and Group Creative Director at Prudential Financials, had this to say. She said, when you have a seat at the table, you need to make sure people understand that creatives aren't just there to make things pretty. They're there to solve problems. And the impact on recent creative campaign had 1.24 times return on investment and 365% year-on-year increase in number of people engaged and 94% net positive sentiment for media and social media mentions. And these are some other feedbacks from leaders at Prudential. The overall benefit they felt were in these 4 areas. One, they were able to democratize creativity throughout the company, digging deeper for audience insights, elevating the work through strategic collaboration, and creating a modern creative house. Many times we see that your creative team is doing mundane tasks like cropping images or creating a new promotion based on existing material. And Terry Chu, who is the director and product owner of MarTech at Prudential Financials, felt that their creatives spend a ridiculous amount of time doing work that should not be necessary at all. Why do we have someone doing that? Being able to self-service those capabilities or have them already done gives our creatives back a lot of their time. Anna Hughes, who is the chief product officer, had this to say. She said, when we started this journey, Creative Cloud wasn't fully integrated within our MarTech stack. Now we are driving operational efficiencies and content velocity by connecting the tools the creative team is using to downstream marketing systems. Having an advocate on MarTech side means creatives can focus on creative, and we can focus on making sure they have the tools and connections they need to be most productive. Another case study from AAA Northeast. AAA Northeast is one of the association's largest clubs, serving 5.7 million members in Rhode Island and also providing service in significant parts of Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. And the club knows its success depends on keeping members satisfied, which goes far beyond providing world-class roadside assistance, insurance, financial services, travel agency services, and discounts and rewards. So it also means paying attention every time to a member or potential member interacts with the club, a process that increasingly happens online. Responding to members' needs has been a driving force behind reimagining their digital experiences. This is by Mark Pelletier, Vice President, AAA Northeast, who says members often need to reach us immediately, whether they are looking for roadside assistance or simply want to renew a membership or pay a bill. A few years ago, the organization launched a full-scale transformation of its digital channels to better address member demands for a fast, effortless website experience and easier access to help online interactions. AAA Northeast set out to create a digital experience driven by members as well as supported by a dedicated team with the power of experiment and adapt. The organization calls it permission-based digital experience, PBDE. And the results were incredible. The #1 nationwide digital satisfaction ratings, up from number 14 in the AAA Foundation, 25% boost in revenue, making digital the top channel for new businesses, 45% of new memberships initiated online, up from 26%, and 11 times return on investment, and on every dollar spent on new digital experiences. Our third case study is from a bank. BBVA is a global force in financial services industry with more than 110,000 employees, serving customers online via its award-winning BBVA mobile app and in its retail locations. Since 2015, BBVA has undergone a remarkable transformation, putting data-driven decision-making and digital customer experience at the center of its banking operations. BBVA has had ambitious targets when it began its transformation, including the goal of serving 50% of its customers online within just 2 years and making half of its sales on digital channels by 2020. So Henrique Macedo, the global head of digital analytics at BBVA, had this to say: "We had a viable customer experience in place, but with digital service booming, we wanted to build a truly exceptional digital environment. That means unifying our data and personalizing digital customer experiences." The bank has since exceeded those targets, but to do so, it first needed to rethink its approach to digital experiences. In short, BBVA needed to transform from the top down. Led by its global CMO, the bank set up a digital center of excellence at its headquarters in Spain to spearhead its transformation. In parallel, it implemented a suite of Adobe Experience Cloud technology to unify its data and fuel its digital growth. Now, the results they achieved were also incredible. Achieved a 50-50 split between online and traditional customer communications, serves more than 46% of clients on mobile, created and ran more than 1,000 A/B tests to personalize the customer experience. And they grew global customer base by 20% from 66 million to 79 million. And the solutions they used were Adobe Experience Manager, Adobe Experience Cloud, Adobe Target, and Adobe Analytics. So what is the way forward? The way forward is 3 items to focus: moving focus away from platforms to service. Much of the emphasis in recent years has been on the digital aspect of digital transformation. The focus has been on perfecting the technologies at the point of service, apps, in-branch displays, and so on. However, digital tools to manage finances are now considered a given. Customers are asking FSI organizations to consider how they might go further, such as improving their financial health. All this is moving focus away from transactional relationship with finance and towards building relationship. And number 2 is improving the foundation to unlock insights. The need for better customer insights and deeper engagement naturally strains legacy resources and processes. Even newer entrants to the market are seeing consumer behaviors evolve and are beginning to experience the same data and content challenges as more traditional businesses. Institutions must explore how to improve the foundational elements to make the most of the emerging technologies that will transform the financial services. Critical areas will include improved data quality, enabling better access to AI and machine language, technology integrations, and uniting teams, many of which overlap. And number 3, enabling the workforce to deliver higher value work. By addressing the ongoing challenges in the more foundational elements of FSI's customer experience, organizations can move towards developing products and services that begin to define best practices rather than follow them. Consumers expect innovation and novelty in FSI as much as in other sectors such as retail, media, and entertainment. This can only be achieved by addressing the key pillars of customer experience transformation: innovation, employee experience, and process. Happily, the will, the capabilities, and the tools exist for FSI marketers and CX professionals to achieve their goal. With that, I want to give a sneak peek of AEM. We have a demo, a quick demo that shows how easy it is for marketers to use AEM. So I'm handing over to Sridhar. Over to you, Sridhar.
Thank you, Pandian. Yeah. Good morning and good evening, everyone. As part of this demo, I will be covering 2 use cases. The first use case is how easily the digital marketing team can change the hero images in the landing pages. And the second use case is how easily means how to personalize the digital content based on the user location. Yeah, we can get started now. As an AEM developer, I will be logging into the screen. Once I log in, currently we are seeing the AEM home screen. In this, we have an AEM sites where we can able to develop the AEM's website, and then we have an AEM assets, which contains of digital asset management. Basically, it contains audios, videos, images, etc. And here we have an AEM forms, which helps to build the form and integrate with the AEM. As part of this demo, I will be covering the AEM sites. So here, as part of the demo, I have created the finance retail site, and I will travel to the landing page, which I want to show to edit the image. Yeah. So this is the landing page which I have created as part of this demo. In this landing page, we have a hero image, which will be loading now. Yeah. So here you can see the landing page, and this is an hero image, and which doesn't resonate with our customer feedback. So I want to change the image. So basically, every digital marketing team as daily activity, they will be receiving a lot of requests like changing the image, updating the content. As part of that, I will be showing how to change the image in an AEM. Basically, you just need to click on edit, and then you can select the image which you want to change, and then you can select it either from the file system or else from the digital asset management library, which is available in the left hand side. I will be drag and drop the image which I want to change it as part of the hero image. Yeah, this is how easily you can change the image for the landing pages. And once you have done the changes, you can go with the preview to see what are all the changes you have done. And once you've done the preview, you can click on publish to move the changes to the publish environment where the end user can see the latest changes. For that, you just need to click on the properties and click on publish pages. In a couple of minutes, it will get published. Yeah, you can see the notification that page has been published. I will show you the published instance of the same pages, how the changes looks. I'll just refresh the pages. Yeah, just now I'm refreshing the published instance pages, which I've done the changes in the author instance. As you all see, whatever the changes we have done in the author instance, it's now published to the published instance. So this is how easily the digital marketing team can do the changes and publish this as well to the published instance, where the latest changes can be seen by the end user. So this can be done in a hassle-free manner. By this, I conclude the first use case. And for the second use case, I have a separate page. That is a home loan page. And in that home loan, I will be showing the personalization perspective. Yeah. So as part of this personalization, I will be covering the user who is visiting from the Chicago as well as the San Francisco. For that, I'm targeting the promotion. So other than that, whoever visiting from the any other location, they will be seeing the default title as well as the default images. So I will show you how to target the content based upon the user location. That is basically the user segment. I have created the San Francisco and California as part of this demo, and I will show you how it can be done. So it can be done via the targeting, which is a part of context hub, which is available in an AEM as an out of the box component. So you just need to click on start targeting, for which you need to target the content. You just need to click on target and select the content. For the default, I will go with the default option. This is the home loan section as well as the default image. So I'm just clicking on target. And for the image as well, I will go with the default one for the default location. And for the Chicago, I want to change the title. So for that, I have the tagline. I'm showing you in the notepad, which I have already taken. So this is the tagline I have kept, and I want to change the tagline. You just need to click on edit and change the tagline. That's it. Similarly, you want to do the changes for the image as well, for the location of Chicago. You can just drag and drop from the image library. Yeah. So as of now, I have done the changes for the Chicago location, for the title as well as the images. Same thing you should need to do for the San Francisco location as well. I'm selecting the San Francisco location, and I want to change the title similarly, which I've done for the Chicago, and I'm getting the tagline now, selecting it from the notepad, which I have done previously, and I'm pasting that in our tagline title. Similarly, I want to change the image as well. I will put the San Francisco bit. Yeah, by this way, you have targeted the content for the Chicago as well as the San Francisco location. and then you can click on next. You can click on once again the next, and then you can click on save it. That is finished. By that you have targeted the content for the San Francisco user as well as the Chicago user. Now I will show you how you can simulate this kind of location with the inbuilt map which is available in the AEM. You just need to click on preview option, so that you can simulate the location. So right now I'm just coming from my default location. So that is why you are seeing the default home loan section as well as the image. I will simulate to the US states of Chicago as well as the San Francisco. I'm just pinpointing the location to the US country, which is now in my current location. Yeah, I'm just pinpointing that one. So I just moved to the United States and I'm changing the location to Chicago. Yeah. Once you simulate the location to the Chicago, now you can see the changes which has been changed, the title as well as the image. Similarly, I will simulate the San Francisco location as well. Now you can able to see the San Francisco promotion page as well, which we have done for the targeting. So this is how you can do the personalization based upon the user segment, that is the location for whatever the countries. So by this I conclude the second use case. Now I am handing over that to Maria. Thank you.
Maria, you are on mute.
I'm sorry, yeah. So thank you, Pandian and Sridhar, for sharing your insights and expertise on customer engagement in financial service industry. So your presentation and the live demo of Adobe Experience Manager has given us a glimpse into the power of technology and strategy approaches in fostering meaningful connection with customers. So as we have witnessed today, the financial service industry is undergoing a profound transformation driven by digital innovation and evolving customer expectations. So the importance of delivering exceptional customer experience has never been greater. And the role of technology is achieving this goal is undeniable. So if you found today's session inspiring and would like to explore further how Adobe's suite of products includes Adobe Experience Manager, innovate your customer engagement tactics, so we invite you to book a time for a detailed demo. Our team of experts will guide you through a personalized session tailored to your specific needs and challenges. So we extend our heartfelt thanks to all the participants for their active engagement and valuable presence today. Wishing to continued success in delivering exceptional customer experience in the financial service industry. Thank you, one and all.